Right, for anyone that is either removing an immobiliser or trying to put one in, possibly, just a little bit of information that might be helpful. This is my 944S2 fuse and relay box, and it quite easily is pulled up. It's just two screws, one in each corner. Just undo those and lift the whole fuse box by those screws. That's the strongest place to pull them. Pull it up. There's quite a bit of leeway on the wiring loom. If there's not, you just need to check underneath to make sure there is nothing holding it back, like tyre wraps or whatever. And once you've got that up into position like that, you can then remove one of the connectors, and the connector you're looking for is the one under E. There's E. All you need to do is just put a screwdriver into there and just gently lever the connector out from the fuse relay board. And here it is. This is E connector. So looking at the underside of the E connector, the two wires that you're interested in are very fine 1mm black and yellow. You can see them there. They've got two tails soldered onto them. Now that's where the previous immobiliser was soldered in. That is actually a link, and those two black and yellow wires should normally on an original car be linked just like a loop. It's a loop off of the fuse board so that you can attach an immobiliser. That's what it's for, its purpose. So just wait for this car to go by. And obviously it has been cut at some time and an immobiliser put in. I'm removing the immobiliser, so now what I'm going to do is put in just a simple switch. The yellow and black wire here, put these two, one feeds 86, the terminal 86 on the DME relay. So that feeds into the relay fuse board and goes straight to the DME relay and feeds terminal 86, which is the first relay out of the two inside the DME relay can. And the other wire is the switch line from your ignition switch. So that comes into the fuse relay board, comes back out in one of these black yellow wires, and then loops and comes back into the DME relay. So what you want to do is just put a switch in there. So if you've got a loop, you need to cut the loop and just solder a pair of wires in and put in a simple switch like this one I'm going to use here. It's quite small, it just needs to take 12 volts, very low current. It's just literally feeding the coil in the relay. So there's a negligible amount of current. And you just need a fine wire like the one that I'm using here, which is probably 0.75 or even 0.5mm, which is quite adequate. Just leave sufficient length so you can take this switch and hide it somewhere in the cab. I mean, I might hide mine behind the glove compartment perhaps, or inside the glove compartment, or in the centre console, but it's a very small switch and you can just hide that somewhere easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to solder the two wires from the switch onto the two black-yellow tails, so that I can switch the DME relay on or off. I can isolate it from the ignition switch. It's as simple as that. That will prevent the car from being used or moved. It's a very simple job to do. So I'm just going to do that now.